Apostle Lamarck J. Thomas of EFI Networks. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this segment and join us again. For more information, please call at 832-488-0375, or you can email us at eefinetworks@gmail.com. You can write to us at P.O. Box 2263, Alief, Texas 77411. All copyrights belongs to EFI Networks. Until next time, take care of yourself.
All right, good evening to you. We are here at the studio, and we're happy to have you on here. Listen, this is a church-based program. All copyrights belong to EEFI Television Network, incorporated by the Eagle Eye Fellowship International Churches. So we hope you enjoy. And we hope you had a wonderful day at church, as it's been a wonderful day for us all day. It's been a very lengthy weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I may be able to get some type of little break, that is, coming up. But tomorrow night, we continue with the unsung part three. We're gonna pick up off where we left off at. So this thing lasts about a month or more, a month and a half. I can't tell you everything because something has to be left for the movies and the book. Yeah, the movie first, then the book. We also have some other announcements coming up before we get off into this Secrets in the Church. I'm getting ready to start a prophecy and political talk every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. in the daytime, dealing with prophecies and political. It's going to be a very interesting moment, very good area to communicate on and communicate with you on. And hope you can join me Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Then we got the Him and Her show coming soon. That's a secret right there, the Him and Her. But trust me, that's going to be a powerful show. It's going to be a powerful show. And we're moving in the area, and we have a lot of more things getting ready to change. Listen, I need you to download their app. Do not wait too late to download the app. You got a Dumrod, which is an Android phone. You got a smartphone, which is an Apple, smart TV. Listen, go download the EEFI Network app. That way you got it on the go. You have it with you no matter where you at. If you're in your car, you got a smart radio. You can download and watch it. We're working on being on Sirius or Cyrus or whatever y'all call it. We're working on that now to be on there. Yeah, on there. So we're actually working on that very well. Let me pause for 1 second. We're going to take a quick commercial here, and I will be right back with you guys. All right, I'm back with you. Sorry about that. Uh, I had to go and take care of something in that front office real quick because it's gonna be loud in y'all ears. But nevertheless, I'm here. So I want you to go make sure you get that app. Download the app because I promise you it's gonna become very expensive, especially once these certain individuals get on this network. It's not going to be free. But if you download the app now, it's going to be free. And when it takes off, it's going to be free. You want to be already in on this app. You want to be already in on this app. So you want to do that. Download that app right away. Do not play with that. Get the app, EEFI Television Network app. It's going to say EEFI Network. Just get that app. All right, let's get off into Secrets in the Church. I really don't want to be on him past my hour, and I might be short tonight. But however, I can do what I want on this thing, huh? I paid the price to be on it. So here I am. Now we want to talk about these church secrets, and I just think about some of the stuff that I see going on in the churches. It's unreal, but the book of Jude warned us about it. The book of Jude told us it was going to happen. It was going to become a part of the church facility, because the church is here, but the facility is where we attend to worship together, and it has become corrupt. I said before, and I say it again, the church has corrupted the world. A lot of people ask me, what do I mean by that? By that, I mean this. When we go back over the history of the church, we go back and we watch the behavior of most of these R&B singers. And don't get it wrong, I love me some Betty Wright. I love me some Johnny Taylor. I love me some Al Green, and you name it. The Isley Brothers, the Temptations, you name it. They came out of the church and started singing in the world. I'm going to say that again. They came out the church and started singing in the world. And the more they sang, the more they looked upon them from where they came from and said, all right, they said, all right, we come out of the world. So the people start following these R&B singers from out of the church into the world. The church has become an entertainment center where most people become stars out of the church. That's where they get they started. They start practicing in the church in front of the congregation. They start practicing it in front of the congregation, and they accepted that until it got better and better and better until they got real good. And then they cross over to the other side because now they have a popularity, a follower to follow them and promote them. So, what am I saying? It left the church and went in the world. So what we got now is our young people coming up in the church, and they are following this behavior, looking to become a superstar. I've never seen so many young people, especially young people that want to be old. That's a trip, man. It's a trip. I just be looking like, man, you don't even understand what you really begging for. You know, you go, you're in the church, and you're using your father's and your uncle's church to become big. I'm choosing my word juvenile for a reason. I could have used notoriety and become popular, but you using the church to become big. You're using the church to get a name. The question tonight, I want to ask many of these musicians, pastors, and when I say pastors, I'm meaning all type of positions that you have in the church now. Who are you when you are outside the church and your title is no good until you in the church? Who would you be? Let me just go there. Who would you be if you did not have a church? to perform in, to use it to become someone's great? What is your name and what have you done to be successful on your name? Would your name be ringing in the street if you didn't have any part of the church attached to your name? That's a deep question. Who are you without the church? Can you provide for your family without the church? I see these young people, they get in the church and they don't even be pastor 5 years and they got a pastoral anniversary and they ain't been pastor for 1 year. I don't know what to say about this stuff. I don't know what to think of it. I think it's asinine. I think it's crazy. I think it's questionable. I think something wrong with it because you ain't labeled enough to deserve a church anniversary. And they looking at the money in the church. They looking at the money the same way these stars who left from the church singing made on the stage looking at the money. The preachers, young preachers, are capitalizing on the notoriety, the popularity, and the gain sake. They looking for the monetary. They looking for honoraries. But I could be there for you. What's my honorary? You got to fly them in, and you got to put them in a hotel or a 25-star hotel. They need you to pick them up in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley. They need you to do all this for them to come and be a part with you. Well, who is Jesus? I just need to know who is Jesus. Because if you the superstar, then who Jesus? And I got a problem with all these different people in ministry that says my ministry. While we're all raggedy and stinky and filthy of sin, and we all got to go before judgment, and while we going before the judgment, we trying to get there. So that means I ain't better than you, and you ain't better than me. But in the church, we have taken preachers. We have took preachers and made them celebrities. We have taken them and made them popular. We have made them become someone that they are not. And then they grow up and then they have children. And the pastor sons take over the church. Where is the mantle? Where is the mantle? Nobody's looking for the mantle. It's all a family business and a family game. Nobody wants to become responsible enough to see God. The spiritual matter of this. We all looking at everything natural. And so the church is corrupted now. We done lose fools after fools after fools on top of fools in the church. And now the church look like a disco party. We done blackened the church walls and we got our television streams up. We got our music department with disco lights dancing and all of this stuff and backdrop. What happened to the choir stand? What happened to the baptism pool? Where is the baptism pool that belongs in the church? What happening is we done took things out of the church, trying to please the world, when the world ought to be coming into the church and changing. It's about notoriety. It's about gain sake. It's about what can I get out of this? Can I be the next top preacher on television? Can I be the top man on it. And God is exposing. God is exposing. I've never seen so many top leaders who was on a Word Network, with a TBN, different other network, and I had many opportunities to be on the Word Network. I have the letter. I can actually put the letter where they told me they'll put me on there for free for a whole year. They wanted me to be a part of it because what I was talking about then, like I'm talking about now, ministry then, what I was saying was going on and what's going to happen is happening now, where you see the spirit of Ichabod is in the church. You see all of this happening in the church, and the people are sick and they are dying, but we still jumping and shouting. We go to church Sunday after Sunday, and it ain't nothing happen. It's like a ritual. It's like going to church. It's like going to church, and it's a ritual. It's nothing happening in the church. Something is wrong in the church. I'll tell you why. The spirit of the spirit of judgment is in the house. God is judging. Now you hear about different major pastors that got caught sleeping with each other. I told y'all before, your leaders that you have pastoring you, they are really atheists. They don't really believe in God. They don't even believe in the Son, Jesus Christ. Because how is it that you can walk in homosexuality, laying up, kissing another man or kissing another woman, and you feel comfortable enough to sit in the high chair of the church as if you are the anointed one of God, as if you are the one that is chosen for the hour? Man, get out of here. Then you sit up in church, you don't mind robbing these people Sunday after Sunday. I'm so glad I ain't never been on a salary at none of the churches. And I'm glad I haven't, because I never desired to be on salary. They could put me on salary right now. But I don't trust the Lord's money. Tithes and offering belongs in his house, not in Thomas' house, not in none of you pastors, evangelists, apostles, prophets, or teachers, the fivefold ministry. None of you deserve the tithes and offering in the church. Show me. Not even Jesus took the tithes and offering and had a place to go lay his head in when he was in revival. He slaved in the different areas of the mountain. He laid in different fields and other places. It's where he laid his head at. But we so grand and wonderful now, we got to have the 5-star hotel. Man, if you're going to stay in a hotel, you in a revival, do like me. Go pay for your own hotel. That's what I do. You call in the one that I ever done a revival for and ask him. I paid for my own hotel room. I paid for my own travel there and back. And then they said to me, what do you want to give it? What do you want your offering to be? This is how much you raise. I tell them in there right in the middle. I don't want to know how much the offering was. No night. That's none of my business. If God tells you to give me something, then you do what God told you. But if he tell you don't give me nothing, don't you give me a dime. We have turned the church into our entertainment system. And our young people. And we wondering why the younger generation of people, it don't even want to go to church now. They find all these other gods to look at. Wait a minute, they got Buddha. They messing with Buddha now. Some of them talking about good witches and good warlock. I practice good witches and warlock and stuff like that. Then he got these women talking about, got some of these girls I ran across and talked with, and she's supposed to come on the show very soon. We're going to talk. She said that women was here before man. You see, our young people are all scattered out, preacher. Woe unto us who done scattered his sheep. Our young people looking at all this foolishness in the church and say, I don't want to go to church. I don't want to be a part of that. This stuff y'all got going is crazy. Right here in the church. We're robbing, we're stealing, and we're killing. And you go to church Sunday after Sunday and sit on them high ground and you think ain't nothing happened to you. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You better get ready. And you better get ready very soon. You think COVID-19 was something. You wait till what's getting ready to come now. Right here in this year, they already got a disease set up to hit the earth called SEERS. Go do your own homework. SEERS. We're going to talk about it on the Prophecy and the Political Show. You ain't seen nothing yet. This Bill Gates is trying to corner every field. And I want you to hear me good. Every field, he's trying to corner every field. Where the food and the crop is growing up out of, he's trying to corner it. Why is he trying to corner? Because they're saying that he's actually trying to do something to the food so it will get certain people sick unto death. They're using the food to experiment on you. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't have no idea. God ain't playing with us. To know better and don't do no better, we're going to be beat with a many stripes. You're going to be beat. I'm going to be beat, with a many stripes for knowing better and not doing better. So many bishops coming out now about their homosexuality. And these same guys who ran in this circle, they are turning on each other. I could call their names, but you already know their names. There's no need to call their names. You already know their names. But they're coming out about them sleeping with one another. Then you have another pastor coming out talking real strong talking, come to find out he been having sex with dildo. I couldn't believe it, folks. Everywhere you look, God is exposing clergymen on a massive level. I say it again, and I'll say it now. I'd be glad when they come in and audit the church. Make you start paying them taxes. Because the Bible said that Jesus told Mark, go and pay Caesar what is due to him, and then render unto God what is rendered to him. Who do you think you are that you don't get a chance? That you don't get a chance to sit there. You got a cussing pastor. Thank you, darling. I can't see who you are, but I've seen that right come across that street. But who do you think you are that you don't have to pay taxes when Jesus said we must pay our taxes? We pay taxes. You must pay tax. And you're going to find out a lot of these preachers. You're going to find out a lot of these preachers, when they start auditing the chapter, and I'm telling you, Trump is on his way to do it, they're going to jump ship. They're going to jump out of these churches because they're going to go all the way from the time now to the back when they first begin, and they're going to get them taxes. Y'all messed up when y'all messed around there and brought the government in the church when clearly Jesus said, keep the government separated from the church. There'll be no fellowship with the government with the church. So you better believe it's coming. You're sitting up in here with your gator shoes on. It's all right if you bought them. But the church members ain't got no business buying you no alligator, no Bentleys, no Rolls Royce, and none of this stuff. No airplane, gold toilet, none of this stuff the church supposed to buy. You can afford the church to buy alligator for your shoe, then why is a person in your community down the street hungry? That's where you're going to get caught at, preacher. You didn't feed him when he was hungry. You gave him no water when they thirsty. You put no clothes on their back. You didn't visit them at the nursery home. You didn't go to the jail and talk to them. You grand and you wonderful. And you wearing these regalia clothes on you, and you don't know you are hanging a curse on your own body. He that eat it and drink it and eat it, damnation upon themselves. This goes for anything that is connected to the church. Your regalia clothes you wear. You see this ring? This is what you call an apostle ring. If you are unworthy to wear this, you have a curse on you. I wish I had the chain, the chain to wear and the stuff like that. You will see that stuff is killing you. You wonder why you got plagues in your body. There you go, right there. I'm telling you why you got plagues in your body. I'm telling you why you got plagues in your body. Because you're fooling with the things with your whole, and you setting up change in this church out. You turn it into a social network, jumping and shouting with all these professional musicians, professional singers, professional all of this. God is not pleased with us because we have turned him out to put our professionalism to gain the people's attention. We might as well just go to the club and put a pulpit in there too. And for what I'm hearing, a lot of them out there dancing and partying with their own members, doing drugs and drinking and carrying on. I told you, be mindful who you letting pastor over your soul. These people are atheists. They don't believe in God, and they actually, would it be surprised if I told you that they hate God? You got so many people sitting in the pulpit preaching and hating God. That's why they can come in there and wear these tight clothes on them, showing their body. They trying to get your attention. It's so many lonely men who seeking attention till they messing with these children. Just saw another clergyman online now. He around here fooling with a child. I will come back to him on next Sunday. Hopefully I'm gonna have his name and put all his business up on here. Messing with the child, but you're supposed to be a clergyman, raping the children. What kind of clergyman are you? What kind of man to God or woman of God is you to sit around here to make them spiritually and mentally fall in love with you, and then you do whatever you want to do to them by flesh? You think that's right? That ain't right. That's not right, and you better change. If you know you ain't got no business pastoring that church, don't be ashamed. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'd rather see you live than to see you die and go to hell for playing. Don't be ashamed. Don't curse yourself, and don't curse your children. Don't curse your family. You don't have to. Get out of there. Run. Don't be ashamed. Just get out of there. You are already struggling. You don't know how you're gonna pay the next electric bill. You don't know how you're gonna pay the gas bill. You don't know nothing. Just get out of there. Shut it down. Stop trying to be something that you're not. There's a difference between the chosen one, and there's a difference between the called one. The chosen one can stand through any and all because the chosen one knows that God is going to provide. So it just stands still. But them called ones, you don't know where they at. They over here at this church. The Lord told them to be over there. Then next thing you know, look up over there. They over there. You don't know where they at. You don't even want to ask them where they at no more. Never seen so many preachers that tell lies. What you lying for? Just tell it like it is. Just tell it and be straightforward. Then nobody owe you nothing. They ain't got no heaven to hell to put you in. And you lying like you a 5-year-old, 10-year-old child like you going to get a whooping. What you lying for? You can't do something, say you can't do it. Don't lie and make like you're going to do it and you can't do it. That ain't cool. People respect you if you tell the truth. I'm disappointed. I am so disappointed in the church. I am. I'm real disappointed in the church. I'm so disappointed with the church facility because real saints don't act like that. But you Christians act like that because you say you're a Christian, right? The book ain't never told us to be no Christian. It's told us to be saints, be sanctified. Saints, sanctified. That's what you find all the way through the Bible. Never told you to be a Christian. You got this new Bible. Yeah, it gonna say Christian. It gonna say Christian. But God ain't never told none of them. He said to be saved and sanctified. Sanctified means to be set aside. Be born again. Let it be a difference in you. Walk different, smell different, act different. The reason why you talking about you saved and you still wearing stuff you ain't got no business doing and still messing around doing stuff you ain't got no business doing is because you changed the outside, but you ain't changed the inside. So the inside purges out of the abundance of the mouth, the heart speaks. Your behavior tells a real person who you really are. Maya Angelou said this: if a person shows you who they are, you must believe them. I believe them. It may take me 100 times to get it because I'm hoping to see something different because I am in pastoral and I have patience of Job. I'm hoping that you will be different. I'm hoping that you will be better, get better. I'm giving you a chance because God will want you or somebody else to give me a chance like that. That's what I would want. I would want that. But some of y'all ain't trying to change, man. Y'all just you just robbing. Y'all stop giving these folks y'all money. The book say you owe God 10%. That's whatever your earnings is. And then you have an offering of your choice. Now, all this other stuff going on with these offerings, that's why you are being cursed. That's why you can't pay your bill, your card note due. You can't get ahead, can't keep groceries on your table because you giving your money to these criminals in the church. You giving your money to these criminals. And you casting your pearl before the swine. You supposed to pay 10%. That's what God said. You owe him that and an offering of your choice. That's it. Nothing else to be said. Nothing else to be done. Nothing else to be talked about. Nothing else. It is wrong for y'all to give them this type of money. I am an apostle. I sit over many churches under the fellowship. A lot of the people want to figure out who they are, where they are. No, you don't need to know all that there. You know why? Because I'm not in the church for notoriety. I'm not in there for you to say, oh, he wonderful, he this and he that. I don't want no notoriety. Look at what I do outside the church. Look at what I do outside the church. Look at what I do. I own several companies. I bought my own business. My house is 8,000 square foot. It's beautiful. Beautiful home, furnished, taken care of. My company, everything is running great for me because I made that. Some of y'all remember general contractor, fixing up places all down there in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, all down there in Florida and Mississippi. You're all up there in New York, putting a hotel up in New York. I have been all over doing general contracting. I made my own money. Nobody had me nothing. I don't stand up on Sunday morning and can't miss Sunday morning service because that's what my tithes and offering. And some of y'all preach these sermons to your people, telling them they need to believe God, they need to trust God, they need to do this, they need to do that, they need to do this. I tell you what you do. You trade places with your members. You go sit in the audience and let them sit up on their hot ramp, and let's see if you can believe God like they believe in God while they're giving their offering. Let's see you do that. Because see, you know where yours coming from. Because on Sunday morning, you're going to stand at that mic and hustle. And you're going to talk, and you're going to talk, and you're going to take the Bible, and you're going to use the word of God to make them feel some type of way until they give what you want them to give you. And I'm going to tell you this. I told many pastors who are sleeping and dead in their grave, you better leave that church money alone. You're going to be next. You're going to be dead in your grave. The day you hear this, you better not heart your heart. You better leave that church money alone. Many of my friends who I've told this to, they are dead, sleeping in their grave, fooling with this money. I told a pastor down in Mississippi, you better leave this money alone in the church. She refused. She refused. Not in our body is going through some kind of trauma and they can't even add it up where it's coming from. I told you to leave that church money alone. And I'm telling you tonight, you better leave that. If you want to live and you want to see your children not suffer the curse from your behavior, you better leave that church money alone. This is your final warning. You better hear what I'm telling you. So I work and I take care of myself. I don't go around asking for a dime. I work and take care of myself. I put up 160% of my retirement. Didn't even know I had done that. I've been working and putting money up where I'm supposed to. And my retirement is good for me. We're so happy. You got a job. It said in the book of Genesis, let every man work by the sweat of his own brow. To take care of his family. He never told y'all to sit in these churches and sit behind the office and be grand and wonder. If you're doing ministry, you ought to be out there at the jail. You ought to be out there at the nursery home. You ought to be knocking on the doors in your community. The cops should not have been killing our children in our community had we been involved like we're supposed to be in these streets. They wouldn't have had to go call for no other lawyer. They would have came to the church, knocked on the door. I like the saying that Bishop Prince Bryant Sr. at the time, he was superintendent. He said, before you call your lawyer or your doctor, you call me first. I am your pastor. Come to me first. That's a man that's in the community. That's a man that's in the community. And I adopted that because I love the community. You find me giving and doing things in the community. I don't always expose it. Why? Because notoriety. I'm not there for notoriety. I'm doing the will of God. Let him bless me. I don't need you looking at me talking about, oh, he did this and oh, he did that. Oh, he over there doing it. I don't need notoriety. But when you call me and say, man, you out there doing a wonderful job out there on the construction work, man. You off the chain over there, man. No, man, you getting them contracts. Yeah, praise me because that's me. That's my work. But the work that I do for the church is the work that belongs to God. It don't belong to me. So that's the difference that you can tell between the chosen one and the called. The called ones always wants to rob the church. They want to take things from their father and say that it belongs to them. The church is an inheritance to them. They believe the church belongs to them and their family. This ain't how that works. We're chosen to do a work for God. And when our time is done, the mountain will fall where God said it will fall, not where you say it's supposed to fall. And you don't inherit no church. Who did you die for to inherit the church? I'm waiting because some of y'all playing God around here. That y'all playing God so bad until you know lost your mind. You playing God. You can't even wait. Going to the pawn shop, pawn and stuff. Talking about you waiting on God, going to check cashing in that fan, and then lie and say God did it. I was told a story not long ago, and I'm gonna laugh. I hope you can find some kind of laughter in this. And we was the members came to the church, and the church will have a good time, but they walking from their parking because the church had a full parking lot, and they had to walk from the end. So they came to the church, and up on the front they seen Satan out there crying outside the church. So the deacon, one of the deacons, asked him, they were coming in late, say, what you doing out here crying? Say, what's wrong with you? He said, yeah, they just lying on me. They just lying on me. I want to know, is God going to send him to hell for lying on me? Satan outside the church crying because they lied on him so bad in the church. God knows I ain't did the stuff they say I did. Like, yeah, Satan gave you diabetes. Satan gave you high blood pressure. You gave yourself there, sitting up there eating all that hog balls and crab legs and shrimp and all that salt and soda, drinking all that liquor and hard liquor, give yourself liver damage and all that stuff. See, what you done in the dark gonna catch up with you. Uh-huh. You gonna go lie on the devil. What you lying on the devil for? When I had them strokes, I couldn't do nothing but sit there and look. The doctor said, is anybody in your family, your daddy have high blood pressure and this? I said, no. He said, well, how'd you eat it? I said, I did it with eating all that hamburger, french fry, fish, shrimp, gumbo, crab leg. I wish Iris was on here. She would tell you. We got into it real bad 2 days before I had the stroke. She kept trying to stop me. She said, no, you don't need no crab leg, Bishop. You don't need no crab leg. I was down there in Lake Charles, not Lake Charles, Baton Rouge. You don't need no crab legs. You don't need none of that. You don't need no crab legs. I'm not buying no crab legs and bring them to you. You better bring them to me or else. We ain't go, you don't say nothing else to me. I didn't know that child was trying to save me from having a stroke. I didn't know it. Couldn't hardly breathe. Couldn't do nothing. Just miserable. Can't go to bed at night, sleep for about 15 minutes and wake up. They said I had 87% blockage in the back of my brain and 78%, 79% blockage in my heart. That's how bad. I did it to myself. The devil didn't have nothing to do with it. I did it. I ain't got to lie on the devil. And I'm telling you tonight, confession's just good. Stop lying. Confess. A lot of folks have said stuff. I just let them lie. Boy, I could bring some evidence out on you, boy. Some of y'all watching it right now. I could bring some stuff out on you. You told them lie and tear down your whole playhouse. But you know why I didn't do it? Because let the strong bear the infirmity of the weak. You weak, baby. I don't have time to wrestle with you. You are weak and you need help. Why kick you when you already down? You kicking your own self, you whooping on your own self, and you hurting your own self. I don't need to hurt you any further. That's why you all over the place, can't get settled. 1 minute you over here in Texas, next minute you over there in New York, next minute you over there in Florida, next minute you over there in Kentucky. You all over the place trying to make ends meet. That's God whooping your behind. I ain't got to say nothing to bother you. You are a laughing stock before the people. And they're coming and they're telling me, the same person that said this and that. I just look at them. I don't laugh at them. You know why I don't laugh at them? Because the book said don't laugh at them when they're being punished by God. Don't make fun of them. Don't capitalize on them because they are losing right now and you winning. That's wrong. You don't do that. That's why stuff that I've been through, I'm getting paid for the hell I went through and guess what? And I ain't missed a beat. Never lost my house. Never lost my Bentleys, my S550. Almost lost the BMW, but got it back. God put everything back. He put everything back. And I'm telling you, he'll do the same for you. You just got to trust him. Stop fighting with these folks in the street. They ain't worth your fight. You are mature and you are better. But don't sit up under these clowns in the church. Stop giving them your money and stop letting them pray and lay hands on you and speaking in all this jumbo language tongue. Did they tell you get in your prayer language? How you get in a prayer language? The Bible says he give tongues to those as the Spirit give utterance to. How you gonna just stand up in a prayer language? Y'all see this stuff y'all fall for? This is what you call foolishness in the church. It's foolishness. You don't have a prayer language. And the book says, he that prays in the closet, the Lord God shall reward him openly. On here in these morning prayer, just praying and speaking in tongues and snotting all over the place and just going crazy. Just going crazy with your mouth. And you don't know what your mouth saying. The Spirit has to be upon you for you to speak in tongues. If you don't believe, let's go to the book of Acts. The book of Acts says, when the Spirit of the Lord fell upon them, they spoke in unknown tongues, and there was an interpreter there. And who was the interpreter? The people that came down there and said, these people are drunk. They said, not this time of the morning. They can't be drunk because ain't no liquor stores open. But one said, listen, I'm such and such nationality, and he's speaking in tongues in my language, and he's a Jew. You speaking in tongues in church, and don't nobody know what you talking about. You don't know what you summoning yourself. You don't know what you summoning yourself to, sitting there speaking in tongues, and the Spirit of the Lord ain't upon you. You want the Lord to be upon you until you just put yourself in a position to believe he's upon me, he's upon me. In reality, he's nowhere to be found. Then you let these people lay hands on you like that. That spirit is transferable. That spirit will get on you and you wonder why you can't sleep at night. You in a church full of drunks and thieves, backbiters, manipulators, rapists, homosexuality. You in a church of such matter, and you casting your pearl before them. You are blessing whom the Lord has cursed. And call yourself trying to curse who the Lord has blessed. You got to be lost your mind. You better get yourself together. You better come to the understanding and reality of life and understanding that you better make Jesus your choice. I don't care what this world turn into. They can turn to all these other gods they want to. But I know about Jesus. He died. His blood was shed. And he got up. Now you tell me about these other gods and tell me if they died and if they got up. I asked the same question to the Muslim. When he came to me talking about Muhammad this, Muhammad that, I said, did he die? They say he died. I said, did he get up? No, he didn't get up. Did his blood was shed? Nah. I said, was Jesus' blood shed? You know what they said? Yes, it was. Well, why are you following somebody that ain't never got up and you got somebody who done got up? Yeah. And you wonder why you in the position you in. You wonder why you jacked up. You wonder why you don't know which way you turning. You wonder why. Because look at where you worshiping at. They that worship me must worship me in spirit and truth. You cannot worship God in spirit and truth over there with a homosexual in the pulpit, a child molester, a man or woman who do not believe in God, by selling you anything they can tell you to get an offering out of you. This ain't church y'all in no more. This is facilities y'all are in now. There's nothing about these churches inside or outside that are holy anymore. You don't get to come into the church and talk about you gonna change the church to the 21st century. God is all central. Do you hear what I tell you? He's all central. He's the beginning, he's the end, he's the Alpha, and he's Omega. You don't have to change the things that belong to him, baby. He is. Oh God. He just is. He just is. He don't need you to come bringing your professionalism and your thoughts into the church. Who are you? You ain't died for nobody. You're a raggedy sinner just like me. And if we were so grand and wonderful and we could make this formula work without his formula, then it wouldn't have been no need for Jesus to come here and die. Now, would it? I'm walking heaven for a reason. It's time to pay attention to your soul. Your soul is at stake here. I don't want you to miss your ride. I hope you can hear me tonight. I don't want you to miss your ride, but if you sitting over here with these scornful people, sitting in these churches on this high ramp, you're going to miss your ride. And in hell, you're going to lift your eyes. Don't follow a damn leader that you don't see giving to the community. That's the first sign of the right leader. The right leader gives to the community. It sees about the widow women without having sex with them. It goes and pays the lecture bill in one's house in the community. It is a help meet to the community, not a take from the community. The church in the community is bigger than the whole community, and everyone that goes to the church, is way in another community. How come you don't have the people in your community in your church? Why? Because you're not doing nothing in the community to warrant them to come out and be a part of ministry with you. Why? They got to drive 15, 20 miles out to another location to a church. Why? Because you're not doing anything in the community that warrants them to say, I should be a part of this facility, a membership at this location here to be a helpmeet to my own community. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. When are we going to stop fattening up these clowns in the pulpit? When are we going to stop doing it? They was talking about the church itself brought in $1.7 or $6 trillion. And ain't nothing in the community to show for it. And they kept up with it because the deposits went into the bank. So they put all the churches together, no matter what nationality you are, they put all of them together. And the church in the United States have brought to the bank 1.6 or 1.7, somewhere in there, $trillion. There should not be no one homeless in the community where a church is sitting on the hill at. Lord have mercy. There should not be not one family hungry. There should not be one man struggling to take care of his family. When the church as a whole, all across the United States, raised $1.6 or $7 trillion. Make it make sense, folks. Where is the money? Where's the money? Sitting in their bank's account, money laundry, they're putting it overseas and other accounts. Yeah, you sending their children to school so they can come back and be disrespectful and cuss you out. These the same kid you sent them to school. You didn't send your children to school because you too busy taking care of the pastor and sending his children to school. So you didn't send your children to school. Now they struggling in a community college while the pastor's kid went straight up the road to one of the top-notch colleges. And then when they come back to school, they looking at you like you ain't nothing and nobody and don't care not about who you is, like you beneath them. You did it to them. You made them this way. You brought them to be this way. You done that by fattening up whom God has cursed. And then gonna go down there and bless who God cursed. You folks better wake up. I am an apostle. I am a pastor. I sit in the fivefold ministry. I have been the one who God blessed hands to start churches from zero. I have worked. I have done the work. I have done the job. I have done the thing that I'm supposed to do. So yes, I can talk. And if anyone care to challenge me, next Sunday at the same time at 9 o'clock, meet me online. I'll bring you on the show. We can talk about it. I can say far more than what you can say because I see more, I watch more, and I see everything that's happening. I see it crystal clear. I don't even hardly want to be bothered with none of them. I'm just being honest with you. I was talking to someone on the phone, and I was just telling them I'd be glad when something happened again and shut this church down. Ooh, you shouldn't say that. Ooh, why would you say that? You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say this, and you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that. Why not? It's true. Because I'm tired of hypocrites walking in the church. And you're only using the church for notoriety and popularity to get out there. Singing songs to get rich. How about you sing a song that souls can get saved? I have a lot of friends who are artists and they can sing. Oh my God, they can sing. They can sing. They can really, really, really sing. They really are. But let's see you do it without pimping the church with it. Don't use the church for your platform. Let's see you step outside that room. I don't care if they get mad with me or not because you don't pay no bills in my house, and I care less if you ever call my phone again because I love you enough to tell you the truth. Let's see you get rich and wealthy outside the church on your own instead of using the church facility for your notoriety and your gain. I'm not here to befriend you. I'm here to give you God's word. When I get off of here, we can talk like homeboy, friend. Hey, we can talk like all that. But I want an assignment, and I don't care what you think of me and what you say. I'm going to give you what the book says. And when the book speaks, who are you or me to challenge it? I ain't got no heaven to hell, but I ain't going to hell with you or for you because we ain't buds when it comes to Jesus. Nope. I ain't your homie. I ain't your friend. I don't even know you. Simple. Jesus come, he speak. I get away from you and look at you like you crazy. No, sir, no ma'am. I believe in God. I believe in the Son, Jesus Christ. I believe that he died and his death was not in vain. I believe in hell. Hell is real. The punishment from hell You ain't got enough friendship with me for me to go against him for that hell punishment. No, 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 no. Folks, my time is run out. But you better remember what I tell you. If there ever was a time that you better get on your knees and you better talk to God in secret, you better do so now. I'm seeing children killing their parents. Tomorrow night on the Unsung, we'll talk a little bit about that. I'm sorry, because at the age of 12 years old, I almost killed my parents because of how they would treat me and what they were doing to me. I almost killed her. These children are putting up with what we put up with. They killing their parents left and right down here in Houston, Texas. That's all you keep seeing is parent and sons against father, killing them, sons killing their mother, daughters upset with their mother for lying to them about the relationship with their father. It's turning into a very ugly monster in Texas. So I know it's all over the world. It's happening. It's time to face your wrongdoing and make things right. Don't cost you nothing to do that. Stop lying, stop hiding. Just be honest with a person. You could do something, you do it. You can't. Don't lie to the person. They're not as dumb as you think they are. A lot of times they just give you a chance to get yourself together. The reason why they keep communicating, but when God tells you to cut a person off, you use the scissors and you cut them off. Don't go back and forth with them. They know they lied. They know what they did. They know how they did it. And they refuse to repent. And they're going to try to make it look like it was you. And the whole time, that's how they've been doing you, making it look like it's you and your fault. But you don't pay that no mind. I was dealing with some earlier today, and I heard the Lord say, don't say another word. I said, why? You know, he said, if that person cannot confess their wrongdoing, they own self, who are you to try to force them to do it? I am not a forcing God. They must come to me on their own and do the will on their own. You don't get a chance to control the pressure of that person doing what's right or wrong or trying to make them remember what they didn't do or did do. That's not your job. Your job is to come to them where they wronged you. If they can't see it, shake the dust from your feet and keep moving. Because that's them living in that area. And it made me wonder, is that person under the covenant of a reprobate? It really did. And this is a pastor. This is a pastor. Folks, y'all be blessed. I got to go. Y'all stay close to God. Talk to him for yourself. Stop relying on these peoples in this pulpit. They ain't your friends. They don't love you. Because if they love you, they'll do the Father's will. They'll do all of it, not some of it, all of it. They will be good watchmen over your soul. And a good watchman ain't going to rob, steal, kill, molest, rape, homosexual behavior. They ain't going to do none of that stuff. They ain't going to do none of that. They going to do what God. There are certain things that ought not be named among a clergyman. It ought not be named among a man, but especially someone that said that they got called by God and chosen by God to do this. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Well, I'm done. I'll see y'all tomorrow night on The Unsung, part 3 of my life. Who can tell it better than I can? Nobody. We're going to pick up where we left off at tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Join me right here, back here on EFI Television Network. You did it on the platform. Go download the app to your phone in case you're on the road. EFI Network. You will see the blue black drop. EFI Network with men's, women standing on the picture with gold right. Go get that app. Download it now. I'm saying it again, because some of y'all may be coming in on there late. It's free now. But it won't be long because we got some major people that's getting ready to hit this platform on EFI Network, and they're going to have to get paid, so they're going to start charging. And you're going to be paying $19 almost a month to have the app. But it's going to be such a hot app and a hot television network until you're going to wish you had it got. You better go get it, tell your friends and your family members, Download that app. Do it now while it's free. I don't know how much longer it's going to be free. Download that app right now. Go do it. EEFI Network. Download that app and download it to your phone, to your smart TV. Download it to your smart radio in your car. As you can ride down the road with all that and watch it. We're soon to be on Sirius, Osiris, and our television channel is already broken band on channel 37 down here. Our band this week. However, that costs money, and I'm working to put that money there so the band we can start stretching and stretching and stretching. And but we are out. We're all over the world already. We're already in Africa, Brazil, China, you name it. We're already. You got an Apple phone, we got you. You know, Android phone, satellite phone, whatever you got that's a smart device. Go to your store, Apple Store, whatever they call it, Google Store, Play Store, whatever y'all got for these different devices. I don't know. Just go there, and you'll find us on all this. We on your Roku, Apple TV, Amazon TV. We on a lot of platforms here. So go download that app so you always be alert. It'll ding you when we on live, and then you can watch the rest of the shows with different movies and different ones on the show. We got Kevin Hart on here. We got Good Time, Bewitched. We got all kind of Fred Sanford, you name it. We got good show. Everybody Hates Chris. We got a lot of stuff on the television. And next week it's going to change for the better. The timeline's going to change. The guide is going to change. Everything's going to change to another level on next week. Trust me, you want to have this app because we're getting ready to go to the next phase with this television station. We will be one of the most top watched television stations as we are partners already with some of the major networks. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you the next time around. Y'all have a blessed night and a great morning, and y'all take care of yourself and look after each other. All right? Bless you.
Apostle Lamarck J. Thomas of EFI Networks. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this segment and join us again. For more information, please call at 832-488-0375, or you can email us at eefinetworks@gmail.com. You can write to us at P.O. Box 2263, Alief, Texas 77411. All copyrights belongs to EFI Networks. Until next time, take care of yourselves.